both students and teachers alike will be familiar with Strunk and White's The Elements of Style, as it is a long-standing tool to help students improve their writing. According to Strunk and White, style is merely the rules of usage and principles of composition. In other words, good style is to use definite, specific, and concrete language. However, this tends to make all writing the same. On the contrary, Stephen Lynn's Rhetoric and Composition and Introduction uses multiple sources to conclude a more simple and more approachable definition. Style is simply the way something is said. This gets away from grammar and usage and focuses on many different approaches. In other words, grammar and spelling errors do not govern the rules for style. Style isn't a conformed machine. Instead, Lynn offers the following three approaches: dualist, individualist, and organic. Each approach is different in the way that it handles style and allows us to think about style. From this point on, we'll look at each term separately, define them, and look at a few examples in order to understand them better. The first, the dualist approach, is simply the stylistic choices are influenced by the audience. In other words, writers write to appease the audience. Take 1 will show you an example of a writer not adjusting his conversation to the appropriate audience. On analyzing style in contemporary composition techniques, Leona, what do you think we need to consider? I feel like there's a little bit of a loss of communication here, and I'm going to say that it's unacceptable. Take 2, on the other hand, will show you a better way to write to the appropriate audience, to speak their language.
Leona.
When we pair the two clips together, what we see is that we write to be understood. In order for that to happen, our style must appeal to the audience so that the audience can understand what we're saying. Stepping away from the audience, the individualist approach says that stylistic choices are inherent to the individual's creative expression. In other words, writers' personalities matter more. Take 1 will show you one personality's reaction to cookies that they do not enjoy.
What do you think of the cookies I made you?
They're alright. Person 1 did not have a strong reaction, but didn't feel very positive about the cookie experience. Person 2 will have a different interaction.
What do you think of the cookies I made you?
To be perfectly frank with you, I don't even believe that you put your heart and soul in these cookies. The balance of taste is just off. Person 2 was certainly more vocal in his critique of the cookies. Person 3 will have a different reaction.
What do you think of the cookies I made you?
Yo! These cookies are mad whack, dog! Both the dualist and the individualist views of style assume that content and form are separate. In the dualist view, content is shaped for the audience. In the individualist view, the writer's identity shapes the content's form, reducing the audience to the writer in a sense. For the organic approach, however, there is no separation between the form and content. In other words, language and context shape style. In the following 3 clips, a wife will ask her husband to do the dishes. Pay close attention to the language she uses in each clip.
Hey hon, are you going to do the dishes?
The adage of "hey hun" makes her seem very pleasant. However, the context will change when she chooses different language in the next clip.
Are you going to do the dishes?
Dropping the adage of "hey hun" implied that she needed him to do the dishes.
Chase, do the damn dishes.
The use of his name tells Chase that he's a bad boy. In each take, the language was inherent to context. In summation, stepping away from Strunk and White, style is simply the way something is said. And we can approach this in 3 different ways: dualist, individualist, and organic.
Stay